crazy. Wait, like we have people asking, where's
Instead
the bad
of
cop segment?
serve and protect, they do blank, and we're gonna get right on that here and now.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, so we're gonna talk about this situation with this one particular cop, and then we're gonna go back to China and show that this is not this. This is like a symptom of a whole big surveillance state in China. The fact that this one man is here watching his neighbors and his friends, I mean, it's crazy. So, Phil, I'm gonna drop this like article real quick so we can get context before we get to these crazy videos real quick. So I'm gonna click out this article. This is crazy, man. So pretty much what's going on here, a New York City police officer spied on fellow Tibetans for China. This is allegedly the prosecutor's charge. He's facing 55 years in prison for this. He was in the army as well. He served at least 1 to 2 tours in the army. So he went out there and killed for America as well, spying for China. This guy, whatever pressure, whatever his motivation was, he allegedly this is what he was doing this whole time here. It's insane. And he lived in Nassau County, so they give you that. So authorities, noted working in Queens. So initially traveled to the United States in a cultural exchange visa, this exchange culture, So he traveled back to the People's Republic of China on numerous occasions. Since his asylum application was granted, he received almost over $150,000 from the PRC. So there's a lot of different things. It's not just like him, like
wow, $150K to sell out your own people.
So this was going on. He also was in the army with secret security level clearance. So this is a lot of different layers of the story, and I feel the reason why there's so many different layers is probably why people just like blinked out on this story, like what, kind of moved on. It's like, so it's a crazy story, and it's like no words to what's happening here.
Yeah,
we have it's like an inception of different things,
Yeah, but I think it also shows how strong the influence is in China to take someone who, I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume that he was born here. He comes here, or either he came here or he was born here. He gets to see, the so-called freedoms we have in this country, which is a whole hell of a lot more than what's going on over there.
Hey,
he's allowing himself to be used in such a way. It's we see this in society in different ways, but this is a new ugly.
Yeah.
He probably also used his he used his positioning as a law enforcement officer to gain information on people that he would not have otherwise.
It's almost, I think it's really cynical of him. Like he knew like the abuses that the NYPD, the police can do in America. So he used that as leverage for his like spying for the state of China on an oppressed group of people. It's like an inception of shit. It's just so crazy to me. I'm just like, if Phil could drop this video real quick.
Moving on, amid rising tensions between the US and China, a New York City Police Department officer has been charged with spying on Tibetan immigrants for China. Tibet-born but US naturalized Bema Daji Angwan is accused of reporting on the activities of US-based Chinese citizens in the New York region and locating potential intelligence sources and potential threats in the expat
that looks
Tibetan
like the United States Marine.
Angwan, who worked for the police department's Community Affairs Unit, was arrested on Monday. He has been held without bail at an initial court hearing, and if convicted, he might face a sentence of 55 years in prison. According to prosecutors, Ang Wang was working as a civil affairs specialist in the U.S. Army Reserve. He has been accused of being in touch with 2 officials at the Chinese consulate in New York. Apart from spying on Tibetans in the city, he has also allegedly provided the Chinese consulate access to senior New York Police Department officials through invitations to official events. According to court documents, Ang Wang wanted to get promoted within the police department so that he could bring glory to China. Documents have also revealed that he has received multiple fund transfers from the People's Republic of China.
He's not even Chinese.
No, that's what makes it crazy. It's like
Ang Wang has violated every oaths that he took in the US, one to the country as a whole, another to the US Army, and a third to the New York Police Department.
So it's like an inception. He's spying. It's like he's spying in his own. He's spying in his own group of people where he came from for China using the NYPD resources. It's like this inception of like so many. Is like an onion, and it's like, you know, it's crazy to me.
Yeah, he's like a quadruple, double backstabbing Tekashi 6ix9ine agent.
Tekashi 6ix9ine on like steroids. It's like, whoa, it's like a global...
Like, this is like man, that's some bitch assness that like I really wanted to say something else that we can't say. I'm not gonna say it.
This is like the state of affairs of what's happening here.
Man, you know, like really, son? Like, it's like that.
It's like that, you know.
And it's like you're trying to bring glory to... You're from Tibet.
Yeah.
Your people have been... I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I mean, but yeah, I mean, it's easy to talk shit about him, but, you know, we have Candace Owens and Terry Crews, so we probably should just shut the fuck up.
Exactly. They're more than willing to spy on us and report to their, you know, lords, whatever was going on with Terry Crews and Candace Owens. So I want to give
ultra fucking gross.
Yeah, no,
ultra gross.
Black supremacy. You know, I can't believe he said that. You know.
Yeah, you know, we don't want to say Black Lives Better. I mean, I'd like to say Black Lives better than what we have right now, motherfucker. Like, let's get that. Black Lives better than the way it fucking is today.
Exactly. It's like a shitty meme going around, a depressing meme I've seen. I don't know if it's real. You know, there'd be like these fake ass quote memes around, like be like Abraham Lincoln saying like "I have a dream" and like shit like that, and like so like that. They had this one thing, like this little black girl said that if to punish Hitler, they should give him black skin and live in America. I was like, that's depressing. You know.
I mean, I know that people have said things like that.
Yeah.
That's been a real thing.
Yeah,
you know, even the people who deny racism in this country, you only need to ask them one question. Hey, would you like to be black for like a month? They'd be like, hell no. Yeah. Why is that?
Yeah. So I want to lead up to this video. Phil can play this video. How can this man turn against his own people like that? It's crazy. So you have to see the kind of oppression that happens in China.
We need to get Candace Owens as a guest to answer that question.
Minority groups has been exposed in a new major security.
Or Herman Cain's corpse.
The Chinese Communist Party has been using
I'm sorry, that's gonna get.
He's still tweeting though, so.
Surveillance, which they then use to imprison dissidents.
Yeah, I can't hear what she's saying.
It's been a focus of huge concern both inside China and in democracies around the world. But Chinese activists have now uncovered a new facial recognition database that is targeting another ethnic minority group. The concerned Chinese activists have leaked this database and its IP address to an international group of cybersecurity analysts who specialize in China. It's live, it's operational now, it's real time. Even as we go to air, this facial recognition surveillance database is still operating and running, and we're going to expose it right now. And we'll see, while we're on air, how long it takes for the Chinese government to work out there's been a breach of their database. Now, this particular surveillance database is targeting the Tujia and Miao autonomous zone in the city of Tongren in central southern China. Similar to the Uyghurs and Tibetans, these are designated ethnic minority groups. Here are some still photographs taken from the live feed of the surveillance cameras. We've chosen at Sky to blur the pictures of these citizens so as not to further intrude on their privacy that has already been stripped from them by the CCP. Now, the metadata and the tracking data attached to the facial recognition program includes the name of each citizen along with their ID number, their license plate, and their mobile phone details. This metadata and tracking data is dated from May through to August 16, and as I said, it's now live, even right now. Exposing this is firmly in the public interest. This facial recognition database shows how the CCP is conducting surveillance on minority groups in their own home, in their cars, and via their mobile phone. Experts who've analysed this database say the facial recognition software has been installed in residential buildings. This leak shows how the CCP tracks the identity of each citizen as they arrive and leave their home. And while the images here are blurred, you can still see they are young, just children. Even children are being monitored as they arrive and leave their homes. Number plates are clearly recorded as well, as you can see here. And it also monitors people's guests, the visitors they have at their own home. Some images on this facial recognition database have captured young groups of people sitting around inside together, even texting on their mobile phones. Two members of the international group exposing this database join me now. Former Australian and US government cybersecurity contractor Robert Potter in Canberra. He's recently done cyber defense work for the US State
So if you can
Department in
pause this, Phil. So pretty much, yeah, that's just a breakdown of the kind of level of surveillance. They watch your neighbors. They watch your neighbors. They watch people come to your house. They watch your kids. They watch your car. They watch what you eat. You know, this is the kind of level of surveillance they have on different minority groups within China. So Angron kind of represents this arm. That's how far it reaches, all the way over here to like fake law enforcement officers who are spying on Tibetans here. So this is the level of like surveillance that China has. So which is why Trump is so jealous, because he doesn't have, he wants this kind of stuff. So
speaking of Trump and these totalitarian regimes, I saw a story by somebody from North Korea that showed that, you know, it's not just the technology, but it's the social engineering that is such a huge problem. Because when you look at this Tibetan military police officer guy, you think he's strong and disciplined and knows right from wrong, but he, for whatever reason, has been encouraged to spy against his own people and against his own best interests for the glory of a country that's not even his. There was a story that I actually saw earlier today of someone from North Korea who was apparently born into one of the work camps, because, you know, if somebody says something against the government, they punish your entire family and your entire bloodline that descends from that. And he was actually responsible for the death of his mother and his brother because they plotted to escape. So he told on his own mother and brother. And after he did that, thinking that he was going to get better food or better treatment, they tortured him some more, and then found out that he didn't know about their escape plans. And then they let him go just in time to watch his mother and brother be executed. Like, so it's the social engineering probably bothers me more than the technology.
Yeah, because that's what Angron's story represents, right? He did this on his own. He doesn't have the face recognition cameras. Doesn't have the log list.
He is the facial recognition camera.
Yeah. So, you know, in some ways, like it's crazy to see this, and I just wanted to show this video to give context of like the inner and outer of kind of oppression that happens in China and what Trump is jealous of. This is why he hates China. He wants to be like this. So.